This is USVI News, your Virgin Islands connection.
Hi, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us for USVI News. I'm Emily Matson. In St. Thomas, Virgin Islands police have arrested a man wanted for allegedly assaulting a woman at a local bar. Razai Peterson turned himself in to VIPD Monday morning. He's charged with third-degree assault. VIPD says the incident happened last Sunday on March 20th at the Veggie Plus bar, where Peterson swung a wooden pool stick at a woman, bashing her in the head with it. The victim suffered a severe injury and was rushed to the hospital by a private vehicle for treatment, where she received 9 staples to her head and was released from the hospital. Peterson's in prison under a $25,000 bond. A conference designed to inspire and empower women in the territory kicked off on Tuesday. It was the 2022 Women Empowerment Conference, presented by Women Striving for Success Incorporated. The sold-out event brought together dozens of women throughout the community who heard from several guest speakers, as well as guidance on ways to empower your career, your health, family, and take your life to the next level.
It was first a grassroots movement back in 2012 when we realized that there was an opportunity to have a support group for women, right? So, and it's not just support, it's the networking. Men network all the time. Women, they work, they go home, they prepare for their families, and then they go back to work. Yeah. And I wanted to have an organization where women did more than that, that they provided support for each other in terms of, hey, listen, there's an opening at such and such a business. Oh, the government's looking for these positions to be filled. And those questions and those answers don't come easily, because if you're not in the place, in the position, and with the opportunity available, then you wouldn't know. So we want people to be informed, and then it grew into these things, the conference, because when we used to meet at the different locations, we would have a speaker speak for 15 minutes, and then we would have the networking. And the participants decided, no, 15 minutes is not enough. We want to hear more. And as you probably can see here, we've had a bevy of speakers providing motivation, providing financial empowerment, you name it. We have it here. And we do it in a fun and engaging way.
What has been some of the feedback from this conference and just with the organization?
The feedback is amazing. A lot of the sponsors that you see here today have been with us year in, year out. I want the people who actually come here to feel special, feel really good about themselves, and be able to leave this space so that they can make others happy as well.
Sounds like a great event indeed. So brace yourselves for larger crowds and higher airfares this spring 2022 travel season. Experts are blaming high demand and skyrocketing jet fuel prices. Here's a look at the spring travel trends and why you may want to book summer flights now. The spring break travel season is on, and experts say expect higher crowds and pricier airfares.
Jet fuel is costing more, and airlines do have that major expense to pass down to consumers.
Last month, average airfare in the U.S. went up 5% compared to 2019 levels, according to an analysis by the Adobe Digital Economy Index, which analyzed online sales from 6 of the top 10 U.S. airlines.
You need to be quicker and more aggressive to grab good fares when they come up, because they're going to be fleeting.
Travel expert Willis Orlando from Scott's Cheap Flights says the ongoing conflict in Ukraine is partly to blame for those soaring prices. Earlier this month, Delta Airlines indicated ticket fares could rise by as much as 10% to offset the sharp increase in jet fuel costs. Orlando says the conflict is also rerouting demand towards domestic and short-haul international destinations.
Folks who were thinking of going to Paris are now turning around and saying, no, I'm going to Cancun. So you're not going to be alone. You're going to be fighting for other folks for those fares. You're going to see bigger crowds, bigger waits for things. You're going to see higher prices for hotels and the like.
The war also delaying what airlines hoped would be the return of travel to Europe this summer. Orlando says it's spooking many away from overseas travel, and with lower demand, it could create an opportunity.
That should mean that we see some more fare sales, lower prices as airlines try to get those tickets sold.
Now, this all comes as the CEOs of 10 airlines and cargo carriers are asking the Biden administration to drop the federal mask mandate and the testing requirement for international travelers. Earlier this month, the CDC extended its mass transit mask mandate by 30 days until mid-April. A lot of people are still buzzing about the Oscars on Sunday night. Not necessarily the awards, though. The big talker of the night, Will Smith, slapping Chris Rock. Rock joked about Jada Pinkett Smith that she should star in the G.I. Jane movie because the actress has a bald head. Jada lost her hair, though, due to alopecia. After the joke, Smith waltzed on stage, slapped Chris Rock, and then continued to swear at him. The outburst stunned people both in the audience and at home. Crime victim advocates say the incident sends the wrong message on how to handle conflict, and comedians like Tammy Pescatelli says it sets a dangerous precedent, and she hopes things like this don't now happen more often to comedians like herself.
I'm telling you that this is not okay. It is going to trickle down to the people like me who are just in a local comedy club or a small theater, and there's not going to be cameras there.
Yeah, Will Smith took to Instagram Monday to apologize to Chris Rock. In a statement posted to the social media site, Smith said he was out of line and embarrassed. "I would like to publicly apologize to you, Chris. I was out of line and I was wrong," Smith said in that statement. Smith drew scrutiny for not apologizing to Rock in his acceptance speech after winning the Best Actor Oscar for his role in King Richard. So this all happened again after Chris Rock joked about Jada Pinkett Smith's hair, apparently not knowing she has a hair loss disease. Jada has been open about her diagnosis of alopecia for some time now, and many think it was in poor taste for Chris to joke about it. Our USVI News' Isley Gooden spoke with a hair professional who helps people with hair loss every day.
It's not a joking matter. It's not a laughing matter. It's a personal struggle for each individual.
That's what Stephanie McLaurin, the owner of 814 House of Hair, thinks about the stunning joke about Jada Pinkett Smith's hair that her husband Will Smith slapped Chris Rock for at the Academy Awards.
Jada, I love you. G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it. All right?
Rock joked that Jada Pinkett Smith should star in G.I. Jane 2 because of the actress's bald head. Jada Pinkett Smith went public with her diagnosis of alopecia back in 2018.
Losing hair, people get depressed, sick. Some people hide it they try different tricks. It's not a laughing matter for anybody. People have cancer. You never know nobody's struggle.
McLaurin sees women going through different stages of their hair journey every day, and she thinks the situation could have been handled differently.
I think that it could have been handled better than the way he handled it. I mean, he could have talked to him once he got off stage, because I understand it's not a joking matter.
I did not know that this year was going to be the most exciting Oscars ever. Okay, Will and Chris, we're going to solve that like family at the gold party, okay? But right now we're moving on with love.
Will Smith has since put out an official statement on social media apologizing to Chris Rock. Reporting, Isley Gooden, USVI News.
The Academy has condemned the violence and could potentially revoke Will Smith's award or prevent him from attending the Oscars in the future.